My eyebrow routine is actually fairly simple compared to most. I'm very low maintenance actually, so we're gonna get started. We're gonna use just a regular spoolie, and I'm just gonna comb out my brows so that I can figure out the shape that I want to do. I actually need to trim them. What I do normally is I will bring all of the hair forward and up, and then see anything that's sticking out right here, all of these little hairs, I'll just cut those off, and I'll do it in a downward motion so that I can really get that defined arch. But I don't have my scissors with me in Connecticut, so I'm gonna have to wait till I get home, and I'm just trying to kind of comb them in the meantime. So as you can see, my natural brow is actually pretty thick. I don't need a lot of help, but I do need a little bit of filling in around the front and on the tops of my arch, and to get that nice kind of tapered effect. This brow is a little bit more sparse right here, so that's where it really needs the help. You'll see a bigger transformation with this one, but as you can see, it's kind of really strong here, and then it fades a lot right here. This one's a little bit more forgiving. Maybe I should show you this one for that reason. Let's try this one. So yeah, I just brush up so that everything is mostly in its place. And I'm going to be using the Brow Fix kit by Milani, and I use this middle shade right here. This highlight shade is actually really gorgeous. Sometimes I'll use this dark shade if I'm going for a really intense brow look, but because my eyes are already really intense, I don't want to do that. From far away, I look so much better. Okay, so then I just dip in. This is the Anastasia brush. It's just like a normal eyebrow brush. So I start right here, and I just make a line to the edge. And I dip into the darker shade. I'm actually just gonna go for it today. And I do that all across. I've always used powders. I've never used pomades or anything. I really want to try that Dipbrow by Anastasia, but until I get that, this is my method. And now I take that same thing and I do a top line, especially on this side because I don't have a very dark line right here. I do that very lightly across. Oh, I'm not even on camera. I do that very lightly across. Nothing too crazy. Take that lighter shade, take that straight down. Take it from the top of the corner right here. See how it's kind of like a triangle right here? I take my brush right at the tip of that corner and I just go straight out. And if it has a little like extra tail, that's okay. You can always fix that later. And I'll take the dark shade and I'll dip it just once. This is really pigmented, so you don't need, especially for me because I'm blonde, you don't need to go too crazy. So I'm gonna do that again with the dark shade. And you can just clean that up. And with whatever's left over of that dark shade, just bring that back over. Dark shade again to this portion. So you can kind of see how I did that. Now whatever's left over on my brush, I don't dip again. I just start where my brows start right here. See where there's not a lot of product, and I just go and try to blend that through. We didn't actually put any product in the center. You can if you want a really defined brow. I'm not a huge fan of those ombre brows, but this is kind of like a sort of version of that. If you want to bring it in more, you can, but I don't have any hair there, so I just kind of let the shadow do the work for me. And then I take my spoolie and I kind of just comb that through. So if there's too much, this is your opportunity to kind of downplay that. And that's pretty much it, y'all. That's how I do my brows. So you can, I don't know if you can see, this one is my good one, so it's kind of hard to do a comparison. But this one, you can tell us, especially the arch is way more defined. And I actually really like a defined area right here. I know a lot of people are a big fan of that ombre brow, but I don't know, because I think my eyebrows are too dark for that. Which is weird because I'm actually a natural blonde. I do have highlights, but... So yeah, I'm gonna finish up the other one and then that'll be the end of the tutorial. Okay, so now that I've got both brows done, I'm going to use that highlight shade and just applicator that it comes with. Nothing too fancy. I'm just going to dip that into the highlight shade, tap off the excess, and apply that underneath my brow bone. Doing this, even if you don't have shadow on, makes the arch of your eyebrow, if you have a very small arch, it actually makes it look more arched. Some people do a highlight on top of their eyebrow. It also has the same effect, it like lifts it up. It's just not for me, I guess. And then you can just blend it out with a brush or with your finger, doesn't matter. And then that's it. And then you can use a clear brow gel. I'm using the one from Icing. I actually think that they have a lot of great products. And I'm just gonna make sure you brush upwards. Up, 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 and then drag down. And then fix the top if there's any long hairs. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, and down. Fix the top, and you're good. For girls like me who have very full, bushy eyebrows, a brow gel is essential, and Anastasia actually makes the best one, but I've run out of that, so this is what I have for now. Okay, so that's how I do my brows. I hope this was helpful. As soon as I get my Dipbrow in the mail, then I will also do an eyebrow tutorial with the Dipbrow for those of you who like to use pomades or gels or cream. I know MAC makes one, eyebrow products. So for now, for you powder girls, hopefully this was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.